Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Alinga Sise of Herbal Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today I'm super excited. I want to share with you how you can start this project with very little capital and become successful. Most of us think that poultry farming is one of the most expensive venture to start with, but that is not the truth, okay? Now, like personally, I started with very little amount of money. In fact, I started this project with saved money, and then later I started adding some more other money from different sources. But the truth is, I started this project with saved money that I used to get for feeding on a daily basis, and I save it. So I saved it like for 1 or 2 years. That is when I started with this project. So even you can start it like that. But if you don't have that enough capital to start with the broilers or to start with the layers, you can even still start with the local birds. Now, like last year, I had three female chicken and 1 male cock. Then I had 1 male duck and 2 female ducks. I had 1 male turkey and 1 male turkey. But honestly, by the end of the year, I had so many local birds, so many. So long as you just feed them well and give them enough drinking water and clean drinking water, honestly, those birds can multiply, and you can even like the project. Trust me that even you with little capital, you can start the project and be more successful than someone who started with a lot of money and with very many number of birds. Personally, I started this project on a very high gear. When I started with the 300, okay, I started with broilers, 50, then I kept on adding, and then I really loved layers, so I switched to layers. So I brought the 300 layers and started adding birds like crazy. I added 1,200, I added 1,000, and I got hit by Newcastle disease. So it brought me down. That is when I brought these 400 layers, and currently we have only 324 birds. But even you who have little capital, you can start this project with that little capital, and you become more successful than someone who has a lot of money and they've started with a very many number of birds. Because handling these birds when there are so many and you're a beginner, trust me, it is not easy. That is why I would say, please, let us start small. There is power in starting small, because if you start small, you can even learn more. You can even know every techniques and tricks of becoming successful and making these birds perform well. So if you don't have enough money to start with 100 broilers or 200 layers, okay, most people say that it is best to start with at least 300 or 500 layers. But even with 200 layers, if you can make $120 per month, that is some good amount of money. So that is why I would say, please, if you have that little capital and you can start with 200 layers, please, you can start with it, or 100 broilers, you can also start with it. But also, you can also start with these local birds. The local birds is just a matter of feeding them well and giving them a good accommodation, giving them all these herbal remedies, okay? Someone who do not have enough money to buy the modern medicine, you can even use the herbal remedies. You have seen in my farm, I typically use only the herbal remedies, and my birds are performing very well. We are going to collect the eggs, and you see my performance, how it is good, all because of this herbal remedies. So if you don't have that money also to buy the modern medicine, you can plant some of these things around your home. You can plant the coriander, you can plant the aloe vera, all these things, the mint leaves, you can plant them around your home and keep giving to these birds. Honestly, your birds are going to perform well, okay? And if you don't have enough capital, you can even construct the chicken house, which is cheap, because we have 3 types of the chicken house. We have the temporary one, we have the semi-temporary or the semi-permanent, and we have the permanent chicken house. You can construct the temporary one, so long as rodents cannot enter there, so long as water cannot enter there whenever it rains, okay? So long as the snake cannot enter there. Trust me, those birds are going to be there and they are going to perform. If you don't have enough capital, why do you go and purchase those expensive feeders and drinkers? Use the available resources around you to make those cheap feeders and drinkers. You can use the jerry cans. You can even give them water with the benson, okay? That is enough for those birds to perform well. Because with these birds, it's just giving them the enough feeds and drinking water. Whatsoever you use for giving them the feeds and the water, for them, they don't care. Now, if you have little capital, you can also not go for cages. please, you can use the depleter system with that little capital that you have. But also I would encourage you that you can start with few number of chicken. Okay, there is power in starting small. You can even learn more and do it more better the next time you keep on, the next time you have enough capital. So it is not that it is for the rich or for those who have enough money. Some of us even started with very few number of birds, only that we started with few number of birds and we started now adding crazily, and that is how we were brought down to few number of birds. So there is always power in starting small. The more you start small, the more you learn, the more you'll even love the project. And the only thing that you have to do is biosecurity must always be observed, because with these birds, even those local birds, you don't need to just allow people to enter your farm, even when they are local birds, because some people will carry for you chicken disease there and you will not like it. It will swipe away all your birds. Now imagine you have 100 layers or 200 layers and you get Newcastle disease or get some of this chicken disease and all of them die. And here you're a person who do not have enough capital. You will really not feel good. So that's why I would say we should observe biosecurity. We should give them enough feeds, enough drinking water, however few they are. And then we should also, if you're not going to be consistent with the herbal remedies, you will vaccinate those birds. But if you're going to be consistent like me, then you're going to be consistent. You will give them the herbal remedies at least weekly or monthly. And for the birds that are very sick, you can give them forcefully. So that is all I had for you for today. Now let's go inside the chicken house and collect our eggs. But if you're still new, please don't forget to subscribe. We want this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'll be so grateful. See you right inside the farm.